You're listening to the AfterBuzz TV Network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Dean Johnson.
From the AfterBuzz Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and Bing.com, and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies, this is AfterBuzz TV's The Bachelorette After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. If you'd like to buzz in on tonight's show, you can buzz us at 424-256-1729. That's 424-256-1729. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AfterBuzz TV's The Bachelorette After Show.
Would you like a cup of tea?
Oh, that would be delightful. All right, guys. Bing is for doing it. What are we doing? We're doing another after show for AfterBuzz TV. I'm JC, and this is The Bachelor, Season 8, Episode 5. And joining me, as always, the prettiest co-host that a guy could ever ask for, starting with my lovely lady right in front of me, Miss Canden Bliss. Give it up for Candace.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Are you going to keep that accent the whole episode?
Perhaps.
Good Lord.
I
Jenna,
think it only appropriate.
Jenna, could you do something about that, please? Our relationship and intimacy expert, Miss Jenna Couture.
Hello.
Did you have a good week?
I did. I had a wonderful week. Lots of rest.
I love the jewel tones. You look
Oh, woof. Thank you.
You look fantabulous.
Oh,
There we go. And of course, the news never looked so pretty, other than with Cathy Kelley.
I just want to say that my hair was perfect until you started messing with
I did
it.
not mess with your hair. You had something in it. I had your back, girl.
JC's like a chimp in here. He's like,
Yeah.
Anyway, and our resident couch
Grooming
surfer.
is a sign of affection.
oh, there you go.
She is the relationship and intimacy expert. But we are professionals.
Picking pieces of
That
stuff.
was my segment.
Hey, she brings cupcakes every week, so it's cool.
Except this week.
Yeah, so you're in the
I
doghouse
noticed
again.
every other week.
But we have to finish off, of course, with our Bachelor expert. That's right, Krisily Kennedy.
What's up, guys?
You do that every week.
I'm tweeting, seeing what everyone wants to know.
What's going on? What are you hearing so far in the
What's on
the
the
Bachelor world?
Twitterverse?
The
Yeah.
Twitter sphere.
Nothing?
Ryan.
Good or bad?
Good.
Not good.
Not good?
Not good.
What?
I did get one person that was a little upset that I called Ryan a tool, but other than that, not people loving Ryan this week.
Except Emily.
Yeah.
There we go. Yeah, we will get into that because there's been an ebb and flow with him. So
Yeah.
we'll talk about that in a minute. But if you're watching us on AfterBuzzTV.com, chat roll, what's up, guys? But if not, go on iTunes, clickety-clack that subscribe button. I like when I say that. It tells us that you care and it keeps our lights on. And better yet, tell a friend. It actually helps us out so we can bring you this wonderful content for free. All right.
But
so
the lights make me look way better, so please keep them on.
You're terrible. All right, guys, let's get into this. Okay, overall, quick thoughts. What stood out?
I think
this
it
week?
was a little bit more romantic, this whole episode. You know, I thought that when she went to Bermuda, she would let go a little bit of the mom thing and really embrace herself as a dating girl. And I think she did that. I mean, yes, the Ricky situation we're going to talk about, and that was a huge deal. And she went mama bear on their, butts. But she let go a little bit and let herself be a little more romantic and fun, and at least on the dates.
She let her wall down.
Yeah,
So, okay.
yeah.
Would you agree?
No,
Jenna?
I think she was so serious with him, which I think is good, but it's just been a really serious season. You know, I feel like every date there's some ball busting, which is fine because I think that's what she wants to get down to it, and she's doing exactly that.
But when we said that Jason's season also, he had his son, and I thought it was lighter, but you ended up, Krisily, you said that no, he was pretty serious on his dates as well. Jason was, right?
I think, I feel like they're both pretty serious. I feel like Jason was really serious. I mean, come on, at the end, he went back and said, I thought I picked you, but I decided not and picked you. I mean, he took it all really seriously as well. Maybe didn't give the girls such a hard time as Emily's giving the boys, but I feel like she has to.
Do you think that maybe just that gets the guys riled up a little more? Maybe just like she's, as Jenna would say, busting their balls a little bit, and they're like, "Oh, it's just a challenge," you know?
It totally shows that she's feisty, and it totally shows that she's serious. And I think what we all forget sometimes is that she's not seeing what we're seeing. She's not seeing those interviews. She's not seeing the guys talking. We're seeing that, and she's now seeing that all for the first time. So it's got to be really hard to make judgments when all you see is what's in front of you, when the rest of the world is seeing the rest.
You got to know she's already paranoid about it too.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. Would it be slight
I would
paranoia?
be super paranoid. You know, these guys are coming on a TV show. Like that's just in general, you need to be a little bit, I guess, guarded against that, against the guys who just want to be the Bachelor.
And she's been in the process, so she knows she hasn't seen everything. So her mind, who knows where it's going. So maybe we're defending
and it didn't
her.
work for her one time, you know, and that's got to still be there somewhere.
What about you, Cathy? What anything stand out?
I was a little upset because they played it up to be this super dramatic episode, and I don't think that it was that dramatic. But I did really like that she was a little bit more serious, and we got some more Sean time and some more Jeff time. Which...
Not enough Sean time, if you ask me.
Well, that's a perfect segue to start with the Sean date.
Finally, he got a little date.
What'd you guys think?
I don't see a lot of chemistry there, which is good news for me because Sean, I am available at a time tweet.
You cannot just like dump Brad and then pick up Sean.
I'm totally dumping Brad. He didn't mean anything to me.
Okay.
Oh, wow, that's pretty.
So you're loving Sean. You think final
I
two?
think he seems like such a great guy.
Yeah?
You know, wholesome, down to earth, sweet, romantic.
He seems so genuine with every single smile that he has. He's so excited. He's like this little kid in this. Like,
and I'm a chesty person.
Guy.
I like nuzzling up to a chest. You know, he's got a nice chest. His chest is like, hello, come in for the real deal. And on his speaker's corner,
that was so cute.
Let me tell you about love. No, Sean, let me tell you about love.
Uh-oh.
At jennatime.com.
Okay, nice. Enough plugs. Okay. No, but he did give that speech, and it reminds me like in the movies. I thought he was going to start busting into song like, all you need is a love.
Oh, no. But you did, so
Sorry.
that's good. That made up for it.
Yeah. Thanks. Okay, but it just felt like he was doing that. And
it was so out of his comfort zone, which was super cute. Like, you could tell he was nervous, but he was like, nope. Gonna do it.
He must have said love like 50 times. I'm like, no, I love you.
His face turned beet red, and it was adorable.
Is it too much, Krisily?
You know, I feel like she talks to him like he's a kindergartner. And I thought maybe at the beginning of the date that was just the way she was talking. But as the episode progressed and you saw her on other dates, she doesn't talk to the other guys the way she talks to him. And I feel like she wants to mother him. And I don't necessarily think that there'll be longevity in that.
I want to mother his chest.
We were
aware of that one.
I don't know if you guys were aware of this. You know, when they do their exit interviews, like last week it was Charlie, remember a titanium face guy? They actually, he had that, right?
I think it was a joke, but thanks.
No, he really,
he does have that.
He has metal in his face from his accident.
His metal somewhere in his body.
I thought that was a joke.
No. That's real.
That's real.
Yeah.
Although I wouldn't want to be referenced as that if that was in my face, but I mean,
It'd be cool if you were like an athlete, but all right.
Or a transformer.
Okay, getting off topic.
Go,
no, but when he gave his exit interview, and supposedly I read that ABC also scheduled an interview with, I don't know if you heard about this news, girl, about Sean. Sean gave a...
Yes.
Do you know anything about that?
I saw that there was a Sean interview, and he talked about today's date before it actually aired. And he said that it was a real game changer for him. He started to get feelings for Emily. It was just so weird that he's giving this information in this interview while he's still on the show.
Yeah, they said that was weird because he actually said that he'd love to go back to London for his possible wedding or his honeymoon. Honeymoon. That sounds weird. But I'm... But you know, but they usually don't do that. So,
but did you also know with Charlie that he knew her? That all of the bachelors are kind of being sourced from somewhere. So Ari's got connections to the producer. We've got Charlie who actually knew Emily and was friends with her in high school.
What?
Really?
Yeah, because when they did their when they met.
wait a
minute. How is that possible?
He said, I know you, and she's like, I know you too, but were you a creeper? Like, what were you? You know, like, how did that go? And they were just a mix of friends. And then, who else?
I'm so baffled by this information.
Yeah.
Where did you find this out?
Kaylin was sent to me by my sources. Scott McDougal.
Oh, our East Coast, he's off on assignment, Scott McDougal. Okay.
He's like in my 3 going on there.
Retweet all day. I love Scott. And then Kaylin was friends with Erica Rose, I think. And so it's like all these bachelors were a friend of an elf, if you know what I mean.
Of an elf.
That is the first time I've ever heard that. That's like super exclusive.
Well, I'm glad to offer some news.
AfterBuzz TV
Definitely.
exclusive.
Nice cue. Who's right in the back? Is that Marissa?
This is Marissa, yes.
Like, yes, copy that.
Thank you, Marissa. Now, what'd you guys think about when they went to dinner and was it the Tower of London? And
Yeah, well, Emily made me laugh a little bit. And poor thing, her voice was like shot.
Right.
Like shot to hell. She sounded like Casey the Frog for a little bit. But she came into the Tower of London and she's like, it's where Henry VIII lived.
I know she's like a mini historian.
I was like, not quite. He didn't
That was
quite
a little
live.
bit. That whole scene was very awkward.
It was awkward because she's like, and this is where this happened, and this is where this happened. And, it's
And
like,
if you don't do well, you're gonna get
Yeah.
But that metaphor didn't all the way come forward because King Henry did that to his wives. The wives weren't doing that to King Henry,
right.
so it doesn't not quite Emily.
Just for the record, he did not live there. Emily, just
Wow.
throwing that out there.
That's like extra knowledge.
I just watched all of the seasons of the Tudors, so that's why I knew this.
I've been there before, and
Yeah,
there are
me too.
actual like
It's awesome.
chambers where they took prisoners, and there are spikes and
It's kinda
torture things.
scary.
Yeah,
So is it romantic? Not a place for a
No.
romantic
not
dinner?
romantic.
No.
It is like a bloodbath.
It's creepy.
In there. It's really.
I was like
scary. It's
looking
supposed
over
to be
my
haunted.
shoulder, like thinking somebody was coming after me with one of those axe things.
So should we cut Sean and Emily some slack? Perhaps because maybe it wasn't the most conducive setting for romance.
Right.
I don't know. No. I think you can make romance anywhere.
Right.
And I would love to be Sean's prisoner of love, but that's it for those comments.
Bondage. Okay.
But you can make romance, and your chemistry goes wherever you go. So I think that if they had it, it would have been there more. But we didn't see. It takes them a while to see some chemistry come. So maybe they'll blossom later.
Emily said that he's perfect, but it sounded like she was going to say he's perfect on paper.
Yeah, like in her heart, but not like no butterflies, but butterflies in her heart, not
yeah.
in her stomach.
What I got from watching I think he's awesome. I think he's a great guy, but it doesn't seem like they would be a couple. Yeah. Almost like a strong, immense friendship, but I just don't see that romance, that friendship on fire thing.
Yeah, like Ricky's uncle.
You said that they look alike.
Yeah,
so.
I do. Yeah, they seem very. He's like the
Blonde and blue.
male version of her, and vice
Yeah.
versa. So.
I've only met Emily a few times, so I can't say that I know, her and her pick, but I just feel like he's too safe for her. I feel like she needs someone that's got a little bit more bite to them,
Yeah.
and I don't feel like he has that. I feel like they'll have fun and they'll go on dates and there'll be a feeling there, yes, but I don't think he has enough for her.
Oh, I think he'd be a nibbler.
I'm afraid to
I think
ask.
he's got
but,
enough bite.
Yeah, I think definitely. He's a great guy. Maybe they're holding out stuff on us, but I don't really see it. I want to root for him because there's a few guys, especially tonight, that we saw that were really they're great guys. They're stand-up guys. You want to root for them, but she can't pick two.
I think he's going to be around for a while. I don't know what's going to happen. I see that the chemistry's not as there. Like it's a little more like cutesy chemistry,
Right.
like playfully, like kind of thing. Like I'm happy, but like it's not quite all the way there. The passion is not there at least. And maybe it's just because he's like such a just nice guy. Like maybe he doesn't really just have it in him to like be a firecracker. I don't know.
Who knows? Watch him win the whole thing.
I know, right?
And we're gonna have to go back and watch every single episode and
Reanalyze
But I
it.
mean, maybe he'll grow. Like maybe he really will find that. I mean, a man has to start to feel like a man in order to do that. And like, if she makes him feel like a man, he's gonna step up or go home.
And if he does go home, I feel like there are a couple people in this room who will
I'm just saying.
pick up the pieces.
I will. I will. Sean, if you didn't catch that, I will.
Okay. With that said, let's move on to the group date. Any thoughts on
People were pissed.
who was pissed?
Who doesn't
Candy?
Everyone.
Who doesn't know how to do Romeo and Juliet? I mean,
I'm sure we all had the book. They probably bought it on Amazon.
I like
you
that.
know?
I like that they were. I like that it kind of turned into. What are you laughing at, Krisily?
Absolutely nothing.
We were all cracking up
She's
during
cracking.
that group date. Like, it was so funny, though, to see the guys.
But But I like that they stopped taking it so seriously, and then they just played with it. They're like, I think whoever has the most fun with this is going to go further. And it's like, yeah, of course. Nobody expects you. I mean, although you should. I mean,
Well, I
anybody
was-
with a high school diploma.
I was pleasantly surprised with Ari's performance, but
His
I
was the
will
best.
say at the beginning when he was like, "This is like a foreign language," I was like, "Where did you come from? A whole like? I mean, you
Yeah.
study Shakespeare in school, you just do.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's jammed down your throat
You
a few
just
different
do.
times. Macbeth, Hamlet.
I
He's
mean,
a jock. Come on, cut him some slack. I'm here to talk for the guys. I'm defending the men this week. Come on.
I don't know.
He's
He did
Consider
well,
race
but-
car driving being a jock.
No, I don't either.
What?
Oh.
I mean, it's a sport, but it's like, I don't know.
I don't know enough about it to do.
I was gonna say all the guys. Like, okay, what about Doug? Manly Doug, Paul Bunyan, and he had to be a girl.
Well, I think it's funny that Doug talked to Emily about anger issues when I think Doug has some of his own anger issues.
He does seem like the mayor of the group. If you ever notice, he's the one that gets everyone together. He's
Doug
like,
for mayor.
yeah, there you go. What is it?
Hashtag Doug for mayor.
There you go. But I don't know. It was cool seeing him act like a girl. I thought it was
He
a
was
stretch.
funny.
He
You could
was
tell
funny.
that he had a lot of fun with it, and I think that's from having a kid or
Yeah.
being good with kids. You just kind of like to perform, and you're fine with, making fun of yourself.
But I think Travis did the best. I'm glad that
I loved his accent. I really liked him.
I liked
Travis?
him
I
too.
feel like he came out of his shell a little bit this
episode.
show.
He
Yeah.
stood out. He stood out this time. Like this whole time, he's just been like, "Why are you still here? Egg guy, egg guy, egg guy." And then he actually like stood out for me as a not like necessarily contender, but definitely a good guy and like a cool person.
Ryan also.
What about would Travis remind you of maybe something like someone like a Mike Stagliano? Would it be like, no?
Travis doesn't stand out for me at all.
Really?
Like
Okay.
sometimes I forget he's still there. And I hate to say, I'm sorry. I just do. Sometimes I just forget he's there. And I don't know if that's because my eyes are fixed on Jeff, but I'm team Jeff, but whatever. He doesn't stand out for me at all.
Jeff and Emily have the same nose, by the way, in case you guys haven't picked up on that.
I have not picked
did
up
not
on that.
pick up
I
on that.
definitely saw it from the side.
Oh, I
from the
know what you're
side, they have
talking
the
about.
same exact
Yeah.
nose.
Yeah, definitely.
What are you guys looking at?
No, they kind of do.
They do.
Yeah.
Jeff has a pretty intense nose from the side.
I think you guys are defensive because some of us are more team Jeff and some of us are
No,
more team...
I don't mind his nose.
No,
He
I'm
has a
not
cute
saying it's a
nose.
bad
Like-
nose. I'm just saying he and Emily have the same nose, and it's a very prominent nose.
Okay, well, it's just distinguished. Kind of like the distinguished performance by Kaylin.
Ugh.
Did I say something wrong? What happened?
No, but
The K word.
I think Kaylin has gotten a little beat up this season. I think that his words have gotten misconstrued.
Okay.
Even though he said he wasn't out of context, I feel like I understand what he was saying, and I don't know that he needed to be told off like that.
Do you think that if he won, he would be ready for a kid and he would treat Ricky as his own daughter?
No, I think he should go home. I think he should go home. I don't think he had to go down like that, and I don't think Emily had to say like, "Oh, he's a terrible person. I can't believe I let him slide." I don't think he.
No.
I don't know. I mean,
I was so upset because I have a single mother and she put me before everything, and he should know the same exact thing. Like his mother, I'm
I
sure
had a single mom too.
she put him before everything, and obviously Emily's gonna do the same thing for her daughter. That's absurd to think anything but that. Like I was infuriated when he said that.
I was infuriated too. I don't think he has bad editing. I think he's a bad person.
And I feel like his mom watching this episode
Ooh,
tonight
she's gonna be
has
pissed.
to look at him and say, "How dare you say to someone that I want your first child to be with me when you came from someone that was a single mother?" Like it's just he knew what he was signing up for. These guys knew that Emily was going to be their bachelorette. That was not something that they didn't know. They casted specifically for Emily. So if you don't want to date a girl that has kids, then
Yeah,
why
why
did you
should
sign
I?
up?
Yeah, no, you're
and
right.
I
You're right
don't
about
I don't
that.
think that she was too hard on him at all. I would have said the same thing.
He probably needs like a book on etiquette or something that he could probably find like on Amazon. Perhaps,
Absolutely. He will definitely find it on Amazon.
And that's actually what you can do here, guys, with AfterBuzz. If you click on the Amazon button, actually it'll take you to Amazon, and if you make your purchases there, it kicks back a few cents to us. And as we all know,
keep the lights on.
yes, it really helps us out. So
And
yeah,
keep me pretty.
you can get maybe a Father's Day present. Have you guys gotten gifts for your
When
dads?
is Father's Day again?
It's third Sunday of every June.
Right.
See, so
What's that? Like
you know where Candon's
17th?
going. Candon's going on
I'm
Amazon.
going to Amazon.
Going to AfterBuzz.
right after the show.
Fantastic. So
Tickets to London. I don't know if
Perhaps.
you can find those on there, but I'm
Can
sure
we?
you can. You
Tour
can.
guide books.
There you go.
To
Luggage,
London.
baggage. You can find baggage on Amazon.
Wow. For those of you who watch the show, that was the best segue ever, Jenna. Thank you.
Oh, you're
A
welcome.
Chloe handbag.
Yes. Okay, how awesome was that? Okay, we'll skip to what Jeff said on that save.
Oh, you guys didn't want to say anything about Ryan's double kiss?
Well, let's talk about Ryan's double kiss.
All right, we'll get to Jeff in a second.
Okay, we'll come back to
Well,
Jeff.
I was just saying that we all had some opinions about it.
Yeah.
Nah,
so-
he was super slimy about that, but somehow she thought it was sweet. I don't
No,
know.
I don't think she thought that first kiss was sweet. She was shaking her head the entire time.
But she didn't pull away. She
Yeah.
was given the body language, like she was puckering up.
Yeah,
you
and
know,
she
like-
walked away from that scene and said, "I'm really surprised. Like that was a really sweet kiss. It was very sweet." And she used the word "sweet," which I was like, "He is so not sweet." But okay.
Yeah, you guys are giving like this like expression on Ryan's kiss, but you notice that she went like but like kiss me anyway. It's kind of like that bad boy charm of him that's
Yeah.
kind of winning her over.
I hate you, but I love you. I hate
Yeah.
you, but I love you.
It was tacky of him to do because he was the only one of those guys that got the kiss. He thought it was a real kiss, but
It's a Courtney move.
It's
But that's what I was just about to say, and I'm all for the Courtney move. You take it.
No. See, but he complained last week about her doing it to someone else. So if it's pot calling kettle black, he complained that she kissed Ari and they had to see it. So how dare you go do the same thing
If you
when
can't beat him,
complain?
join him.
Oh,
What
I
did he
think
do? What if he did
There you
that?
go. There you
But
go,
the fact that he
JC.
made her feel guilty about that and then
Yeah.
went and did the same exact thing, I think that's just really low.
Maybe he was just relearning the game.
I get that comment every week.
Maybe he was just relearning the game.
I don't think he needs to learn any game. He's got some kind of game.
He's got a little creepy.
He's got the trouble game.
He does have the award for best scarves of the night. Is that what you guys were talking
Ooh,
about?
Not as much.
I didn't
Let's
mind
get
that
going.
neck. I didn't mind the scarf.
He needs to give all Michelle money back her scarf because she wears it better than he does. That was horrible.
You guys are God.
Sorry.
You guys are so
I'm
angry
surprised
tonight.
he's not like embracing being like a Southern boy. Like he's from
Yeah.
Georgia. He's not. He's not embracing that. He's like being all edgy and
he's
stuff.
trying to be Hollywood.
Yeah,
He's
it's really
sweet
gross.
when he's
trying to be
one-on-one.
like Jeff.
But now the neat thing on these group dates is you made me laugh.
Swoon.
No, the group dates, no one got a rose.
No, because she was
Kaylin.
pissed.
Yeah.
I would have just picked up the rose if I was leaving. I'd been like, well, I mean, I'm not going to let a good rose go to...
Who should have gotten the rose then?
She clearly wasn't happy with Ari for not telling her.
I mean, I think Doug should have got the rose for
Yeah.
letting her know.
Mm-hmm.
That's what confuses me a little bit. Is she got so angry at the guys for not telling her, and she's like, I can't believe nobody told me. But Doug told her. Like, that's how she knew. I mean, I'm surprised she didn't at least give him any sort of credit
And
to
he-
approaching her. And that was as soon as he heard about
Exactly.
it. It was
He-
like no hesitation. Like, I'm going
Mm-hmm.
to go tell her. She has to know this. I mean, and he
Doug the
confronted
mayor.
Kaylin about it.
Doug the mayor. Stepping up.
He's going to fix the problems.
But it's
Enforcing
because-
justice.
It's because she wanted someone else to tell her.
Yeah.
Like she wanted what see, I don't think that she has that connection with Doug. So for him to tell her it was like a friend, and I feel like there's guys in that house that she's really feeling for right now, and I feel like she wanted them to tell her, and that's why she was so disappointed.
I think she wanted Ari to tell her.
She wanted Ari or Jeff.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Jeff wasn't
on that
He
date.
wasn't available to tell her.
What I don't understand is they're taping you guys 24/7, right? Why wouldn't they have caught that statement?
What do you mean?
The one that Kaylin's saying about the baggage.
they
They caught a bit of it where
Mm-hmm.
he was saying that it would never be a one-on-one once you leave this house because it's always going to be a group date because Emily is going to always be there. And that in
Ricky.
itself, Ricky, that in itself, I mean, is enough of a statement that would piss me off.
Well, but Jenna, you said that that's what was misconstrued.
I mean, I feel like it was a little. I feel like he's been getting his tail. People have been jumping up his tail since day one. Like every little thing he says, everyone just is like claws into him. But I mean, I don't know. Maybe he is being. I was raised by a single mother myself, and you know, I don't know. I guess I'm just okay with letting people have their opinions and not just emotionally, you know, being attached so much to mine that it's explosive for me. So I'm not Emily. I don't.
But the fact that he's trying to be with Emily and pretending like he's in it for her was totally wrong.
He said during this filming that he wouldn't be able to see Ricky as his own kid, hasn't he?
right.
He told her
that's
that.
a huge deal. Yeah.
He told Emily that.
That's absolutely
Which is
disgusting.
weird.
Yeah.
I love that she threw his line back at him, by the way. I love to hear you talk, but wait till I'm finished. I was like, yes, thank you.
I feel
eye
like
for an
if
eye.
he wasn't so arrogant with all the other things he said, then that wouldn't be misconstrued. You know what I mean? I feel like his arrogance is what makes the statement that much stronger.
Well, I mean, he does have a memoir, doesn't he? What was that thing?
The Giving Steve.
Yeah.
But I mean, what is it's almost like the way that he was saying it was like almost telling her or telling everybody else that he's still in it if something will change. Like if for some reason she didn't exist, he would be cool with it. But it's like, you're not going to change this situation.
Yeah, so the night ended just really rough.
But even in the car ride home, when he tried to make himself look better, he still didn't succeed. He still put his foot in his mouth. So it's very clear that that's the way he is.
Maybe he's auditioning for the next Bachelor. Pad.
I will not
Pad.
watch-
You didn't
There
let
you
me
go.
finish.
There you go.
Let me finish.
He'd be
Bachelor
good on
Pad.
Bachelor Pad.
He'd be fantastic on Bachelor Pad. So
You just pulled a Kayla in there. Let me finish talking.
Excuse me, Krisily.
JC kind of looks like Kaylin sometimes. If you had like lighter features.
wait, hold on. Candy, you
The
took out
Latin
your
version?
contacts because you can't see. Remember?
That's
So
why you look like Kaylin.
I was like, wait a minute.
Oh
She
Lord.
wasn't kidding.
What's that?
She wasn't kidding. She can't see.
Yeah. Thanks. I don't know where to go with that one, but okay, it ended rough for Emily and the guys that night. So, do you think on her next date, the one-on-one with Jeff, that he started at a disadvantage?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Like she had a little bit more of a wall, even though she likes him. But even when they intro the date,
She's like,
she was kind of she was a little bristly even with Jeff. I thought.
He knew that though. Like going into it, he said, I know that she had a rough night last night, so I have to assure her that I'm here for the right reasons and to tell her that I'm ready for a kid. I'm ready to be a father. And I think he succeeded with that.
I thought, you know what? Jeff is awesome. I have to say, I'm sorry. I can't.
Yeah.
That's all I can.
he won me
He's a
over.
guy I
He
want
won
to
me
hang
over
out
tonight.
with. I want to hang out with that guy, have a beer. He's just a cool guy. That I think he adds to anyone's life. Guy or girl.
Yeah.
So why wouldn't you? Emily,
Yeah,
why
I wasn't
keep
really
him
on.
around?
I wasn't really on Team Jeff just because I wasn't feeling the hair. I was like, what? And like the skinny jeans. But like he's a very. I see. Like I wouldn't probably
he
date
seems like
him.
a really good guy.
But he does seem like a cool guy. I would want to be friends with him. Definitely.
I'm still Team
Jeff.
Sean though.
That's right.
Team Jeff.
Okay, we'll get into that in a minute. But do you think they look good as a couple?
Yes.
We know you think they're great. I'm just.
They looked so cute together. I mean, Emily looked regal on the first part of their date, as I said, and she, in that dress was gorgeous. And then they just looked so cute together. Like they looked like they planned their outfit, and it was just so like
I feel like there's been a lot of
matchy.
matching this season.
He looked a
them
little more. He
especially.
looked a little more preppy on the date, which was good for me.
I did like his outfit a lot.
Yeah,
I like hipsters. But
I liked it. I think the jacket was by Zara.
Oh really?
Can tell.
I like that
Can
jacket.
tell by the cut. I'm sorry.
I like it.
No, but and the date was cute. But what about Nightfall and the best
wait,
part?
we have to talk about Jean.
yeah, Jean.
Jean.
Jean on
The
their date.
etiquette.
Oh yeah.
Because Jeff just had Jean. It was just Jean.
Jean.
He was a little disappointed by the
Yeah.
group date that they had going on.
But so was she, which was the cute part. When she came in, I was like, all right, get the hell out of here. I was
Yeah.
like, that's really cute. And that means that they're kind of on the same page. Like they're emotionally right there. They wanted the same things, to just get away and like have fun.
Yeah, and their bar date seemed like one of the most casual,
Yeah.
real dates where it's like they're not sitting in front of filet mignon like,
Except
oh,
they're
we're
in
just
London.
definitely not eating. Like it just seemed, relaxed, comfortable.
What did you think about him ordering for her? I thought that was really cute.
I love
He's
that.
like, 2
That's good.
pints is a fish and chips. She's like, all right.
Didn't put too much thought into it. It is what
No.
it is. They're just hanging out.
Yeah.
But that's
What else do you get
what
in
stood
England?
out to me.
That's what I'm saying, it's
like
cool.
it was
Yeah.
so it was so normal and cool and something that a normal boyfriend would do, and I thought it was wonderful.
He opened up on this date, and I feel like he's been so shy the past few weeks, and he just took charge this week. And I feel like the first day when he walked through the door and he had his skateboard, he was so cool and he was so like just chilled out, and now we're like seeing that again because there were a couple weeks in there where he was just really shy and uncomfortable around Emily.
What about their first kiss?
That's what I wanted. That you guys were like practically yelling at the screen. I thought you guys were going to throw your
a little
very fancy
slow.
heels
I
at
think
the
it's
screen.
so awkward when you have to say, okay, so I didn't kiss you in Bermuda, but I was thinking about it. And then there was that one time on the beach in the blanket where I was totally thinking about it then, but then I didn't, so I was...
And then for the past hour on this date, I've
I
been
was
not
thinking-
doing it.
Yeah, and then we didn't do it on the London Eye, so can I kiss you?
I think it's kind of awkward to have cameras around for your first kiss. Like, there are so many things that are awkward about that situation.
I could
So-
kiss in front of 10 cameras.
That's the one thing though that I'm not quite sure is going to make her totally fall for him, is because he is a little bit more reserved. Like he didn't really man up and like kiss her, and I think that's really what she wants.
But once they got to that kiss, it was so passionate. Like you could tell that
Body
she
language
really
expert.
liked
I feel
it.
like Emily in general is a pretty passionate kisser.
Yeah.
Go Emily. All of her kisses seem really.
I
Really?
think Jeff just kind of stood there, but he did his job.
Not all of them. I wouldn't say all of them are super passionate. Like the
Well,
Sean
not
one.
Ryan's.
Even the Sean one towards the
Yeah.
end, that last kiss that they had, okay, I'll give you that. But Sean's weren't very, very
The
hot.
Ryan,
It's
the
not
Ryan
the like
kiss.
grab the back of your head, like
I know.
reel
Why
him
can't we
in.
get any of those?
No, but
We
she
had
did.
that with
She did that
tonight.
with Jeff.
But
She's done that with Ari before, and the rest of the guys, I feel like it's
It's
kind
a
of like
light
a
rustle
like
of
a
the
Yeah,
peck.
it was light. It was light for
No,
me.
I'm talking about like a steamy
like she pull him in or he pulled
It
her
was
in.
the first kiss. Come on.
There's no better time.
She's a romantic,
it's too
remember?
She's waiting for.
She stuck the
Too s-
tongue with Ryan, just throwing that out there. That was all her.
And Jeff? Did,
No, Ryan. When she kissed Ryan at the end,
Okay.
I was like, wow, all right, go for it, girl.
I would be so confused if I were her. If I was kissing 3 different, like when I date a guy, if I kiss one guy, I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna kiss any other guys. I'm not gonna talk to any other guys. I would be so confused if I was kissing 3 guys in one night. I mean, I would be all over the map.
Emotionally, how does she handle that? Like, how would Emily, she's got Ari, and she's got Sean, she's got Jeff, she's got Ryan. How does she
I mean, she's
compartmentalize
got
it? What does she
butterflies-
do?
But she's got butterflies going on in every inch of her body.
My mom called me this week and she goes, "Is that girl kissing all of those guys on that TV show?" Because she doesn't watch The Bachelorette, but she tuned in
I
last
don't
week.
feel like
and
she's kissing as many though. I mean, she's
Yeah.
not kissing everyone. I feel like Ben got a kiss with almost every single girl.
Yeah.
And I feel like she's only
Ben just kissed to kiss,
like,
just to see.
Yeah, I don't think she's I don't think she's a kissing, make out,
She's being selective.
yeah.
Yeah, and
I
that's
think she's and
But she kisses Wolf next week. And, I was like,
Oh, she does.
yeah,
Was that
I
in the
saw it,
preview?
Yeah.
But let's
Sorry.
back that up. You said she's selective.
Yeah.
Just like she questioned Sean on their date, and he said that he was selective as well. And I remember I think you guys were like, but that's okay, isn't that?
No,
'cause
I love selective,
Yeah.
for sure.
Guys
you
are
have
so-
to be selective.
Not too selective though.
For a guy, like if I end up with a guy, I hope he was selective, especially before me, because
and
you
you
think
want
that-
to either meet or exceed their standards.
exactly, I'm the exception to the rule. Thank you very much.
Well, I'm talking about Emily. Do you think that's a plus or a minus? The fact that Sean is selective.
Plus.
Oh, that's a plus. I think she meets everyone's standards. She meets dude, if I was a girl looking for a girl, she would meet my standards. Like, go Emily, yes.
I think you almost kind of judge a guy on the past girls that he's dated. And
Absolutely.
if he's like, if he is attracted to anything, then what's to say he's not gonna like leave you
Sean's
for-
ex-girlfriends versus Ryan's ex-girlfriends.
Shoot, I do not care who they have dated. All that matters is JC. And I'm not talking about that JC. This JC. I do not care who they have dated.
Huh.
I don't care. Like, all I care
What
about
if they
is
dated like a
artistry.
stripper?
Oh, whatever. I would date a stripper.
It's okay. This is
Right.
what makes this after show so great. We all have different opinions, and some people like Jeff, some people like Sean. It was remember
like
he
Jeff.
he
I
didn't
like
do
him.
Sean didn't do it for you in the beginning, and now it's coming
Because
out.
he wasn't around.
So it's different strokes for different
So
folks.
now
and-
he's
Oh,
around.
to know you, Sean, is to love you. Believe me.
I have to say that the Jeff relationship has progressed the most naturally to me. I feel like he tried to be the cool guy when he first came in, and then once he met her and saw what she was like, he started to get real awkward, which I think happens in real life when we're on first dates with people and we don't have cameras there. So I feel like that was awkward, and I feel like now we got to see them really like each other, and he was so genuine tonight talking about Ricky and calling her the Chloe handbag, which was adorable.
That was
and
adorable.
just being honest and
Great
saying
move.
that he wanted someone to share the details with. And
Do you think
that's
it'll speed up
something
now?
that every girl wants to hear. You know what I mean? That's something that we want to hear. Like, we want to be somebody's best friend. And that to me was a key statement for him. And I feel like now that he's had that first kiss, I feel like it will just keep progressing
Yeah.
naturally with them. And I feel like that's the only way to make it last in this situation. Because I feel like all the other guys, they come on so strong and it's just winning and it's just doing this. And he's just so laid back about it. And that awkwardness he's shaken it off.
Yeah.
Thank God.
And they said that was the most anticipated kiss that he's ever had in his life. And I feel like those are sometimes
Yeah.
the best.
Absolutely.
or the worst.
But do you?
Well, like if you anticipate it and then it's disappointing, that would
Well,
be
yeah,
sad.
but I don't think
Yeah,
that
no,
I don't
that
think
was
that one
disappointing. It
was.
wasn't disappointing. She had 2 hands on his face more than once
Yes.
and went in for pecks. And to me, I mean, that's
Yeah.
something that I do when I truly love someone. So to me, that said a lot.
She even said, I like him.
And she's constantly second guessing herself with him, and she's constantly saying, but does he like me? Is he into me? Does he really like me? And that's a telltale sign. She knows all the other guys like her.
I think she's in like with him.
Yeah.
No, because there was a statement when he was having dinner with her, and he said, I can share myself with you. I feel comfortable. And
Vulnerable. Emotionally vulnerable.
And he wasn't playing the game. He was being genuine.
Yeah.
And
No, I do
That's
think
huge.
he has a lot of depth to him.
yeah,
It looks like it.
I think we're all. I'm
all that water
Team
he
Jeff.
must.
Oh no! I mean, I like you, Jeff, but I mean, I love Sean. So I mean,
That has been made apparent. Well, let's take a little quick commercial break, and we're going to come back with the rose ceremony and some news and notes and gossip, perhaps predictions.
Hey guys,
What are
so what
those?
do you get when 3 real single ladies are super fans of VH1 single ladies? Well, you get the after show on AfterBuzz TV. I'm Lauren Turner. I'm Spicy Mighty, bringing you that fire. And I'm Fallon Mercedes. And we're single ladies, so make sure you watch us on AfterBuzz TV. We're all the single ladies, all the single ladies, all the single ladies.
Hey guys, this is the AfterBuzz TV crew for The Real Housewives of New Jersey. Woo! Don't forget to tune in every Monday night at 8 p.m. to see
Adrian Barrow,
Deanna Vaughn,
Susan Hahn, Giselle Ugardi.
Buzz you later!
AfterBuzz TV. What do you want to buzz about?
All right, guys, and we are back for the rose ceremony.
Which was super intense.
You think?
was it?
I think she came in really serious about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think she's still smarting. They really work. I shouldn't say that. It's going to come out wrong. But she really was grilling him still over the Ricky thing.
Yeah, I think, well, her dress was stunning, by the way.
That was
Loved
beautiful.
it.
I
It
love
was
that Emily
gorgeous.
jewel tones.
It was beautiful. I want it.
She looked amazing in it too. I mean, her hair looked the best. I mean, we loved it.
But I think she gave Ari the hardest time. That's just the one that jumped out at me. She talked to Travis, which was interesting. But
Yeah, she did beat
poor,
up Ari.
I feel so bad for him. She made him wait.
Yeah.
Was she too hard on them?
Came back.
Oh,
I
no.
don't think she was too hard on them at all. And I feel like she was the hardest on Ari because that's the person she has the most connection with.
Exactly.
And she was completely disappointed that somebody that she could have these feelings for didn't have her back.
But you've said in past seasons, I forgot who said it, that there's been moves like this where someone will admit to, someone's been has ulterior motives and they look like a tattletale.
Well, let's play this card.
Okay, you say that's you,
I was a
Krisily.
tattletale. Everybody hated me. Why won't you leave her alone? But it was that was I felt like that was my job, because if I liked this guy and I wanted this guy to like me, then he needed to know that I had his back. And that's exactly what she's feeling right now. So as much as you don't want to be the person that rats everybody else out, at the end of the day, if you want to be the last one standing and you're serious about this person, then you do what you have to do.
I mean, in past seasons, though, sometimes it has come back to bite those people in the ass.
Absolutely.
Like in
KCB.
Ben's season,
When
exactly.
Emily would not stop about Courtney.
Yeah. And he...
And KCB. When KCB brought it up, I think that lost it for her.
Tread lightly.
But let's play this card. Doug is the one that came and told her, right? And so it was, I guess she accepted that. She trusts him as another parental figure. What if Ryan had said it? Do you think it would have been a totally different vibe? Do you think that the guys would have thought about it differently, or maybe Emily would have questioned it differently just because of who he is and his kind of motives?
At this moment in the game, I think she's starting to get to know the guy's personality a bit. So I think if Ryan would have said it, I don't know if it would have gone over as maybe perhaps strategy or Ryan. I think it would have been different if Ryan. That's a great question.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the point still would have come to the same conclusion because everybody heard it. It wouldn't be like, oh, he's making that up, because he isn't. But I think it would have totally changed how it went down. And I think it might have actually hurt Ryan a little bit more if he had come and said it. He would have been one of those tattletale kind of guys.
But at the same time, if, Ari or Jeff had said it, then...
she would have been endeared to them.
Yeah.
But I'm kind of thinking Ari's coming on a little too strong, a little too fast.
You think?
I
don't
think
think
he's
that.
laying on the frosting, thick and quick.
I think
If
he's
that makes
smooth.
sense.
I think he's smooth is what he is. And
I
he's,
think that I don't know.
I don't think he's smooth.
I think
He's playing the game a little bit.
a little bit.
Like telling her every single time he sees her, oh my gosh, I missed you so much. And maybe those are genuine feelings, but it just kind of, it's
small
almost too
part-
perfect.
Yeah, there's
like
a small,
everything is perfect about him, and that's what I would not trust.
There's a small part of it that I just kind of don't believe. So don't beat me up in the comments, okay, guys? I still love Ari, okay? Ari and Emily forever.
Yeah.
Jenna and Sean forever.
I don't know. I
get it.
think I think he's still a little awkward. I still kind of get him. I think he's pretty real. In my opinion.
I mean, I think he's real. I think he's
He's nervous enough to be real. You know what I mean? Ari.
Oh.
Like he still gets like, oh my gosh, I can't believe she's yelling at me. Like that did not go well. You know? I mean, that's not. I mean, he would if it had been somebody else, they probably would have been like, ugh, whatever. Or, you know, he didn't have that kind of attitude. He was really like worried.
I think he's really genuine. I think he's also really affected by her. And
Yeah.
I think that's why I don't think he's actually coming on too strong. It may seem that way, but I think that he's just trying to capitalize on all the time that he has. And if he has a brief moment, he has to get all out while he's there.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's what it is. Because I don't see him.
Is
as
that a
much
wrong
anyway.
move? Because I would think Jeff and Ari are, they have a great chemistry with Emily, but Jeff is playing it completely differently.
But
It's their personalities. Their personalities are just very different. And I feel like they're both making the best out of the time that they have. And that's the way you have to do it.
That's
because
an opportunist.
We think that they have all this time together, but on that date that may be a couple hours long, they're getting pulled away to do interviews. They're getting pulled away to do a million things. So the time that they're actually spending together is so limited that you have to jump on it.
How long's a dinner date?
It depends. It depends on the date. Like the one-on-ones are definitely, they start early in the afternoon and they come home very late. But that's because they're traveling to the place. They have to set up the cameras. They have to set up, you know what I mean? There's the setup, there's the downtime, and you're not spending that whole time with your bachelor or bachelorette.
Okay, so in the downtime they're separated?
Yes.
Is that,
Well, yes.
really?
You can't have a great conversation and them not catch it on camera. So if you separate them, then they can't have that conversation because they want every conversation that's good and that shows them as a couple to be on camera. So, I mean, the time's limited. You have to jump on it.
But if Ari is being so sincere and so truthful about everything, he's been upfront about, being a race car driver, dating someone with
Has
kids.
he been upfront about everything?
That's what I'm getting to, is that we know from every single gossip rag that he dated Cassie Lambert, and she is the producer who is in charge of Emily on the show. So why would he not bring that up to Emily?
Because I think that that their relationship, him and Cassie, has been so far exaggerated. I think the tabloids have just taken that and ran with it. I don't even think
he should have said it. If it was even if they just went on one date, he should let Emily know that, because she's with Cassie like 24/7.
So why shouldn't Cassie have said it?
Yeah, I mean, wouldn't that make it awkward?
Why shouldn't have that been the show's responsibility to do that? Because if it was that big of a secret and that big of a deal, the show would have never allowed it to happen. Well, because they care enough about Emily to go above and beyond for her that they have this season. And there's not many times that I stick up for some of the things that the producers do, but this is one time that I stand beside the show and say that if this was as big of a deal as everybody's making it out to be, it wouldn't have happened.
You don't think that they'd want that like manufactured drama?
Nope.
Okay.
I don't. And I do think that they love their drama, but I don't think this is something that they would have instilled. I mean, producers have lost their jobs.
Yeah. I feel like if it really is a big deal, she already does know.
People have lost their jobs over this.
Maybe she does already know, and it's just a non-issue.
People have lost their jobs over
Not
this.
on this season, but
Past
producers
seasons.
have lost their jobs.
Rosalind,
because
right?
they've gotten too
Rosalind
close.
was starting to develop feelings for one of the producers. And
I
he
saw that one.
reciprocated, and then she got kicked off.
Yeah, so anyone stand out, or the fact that Sean said, "How's your week?"
I think he just didn't know what to do.
Okay, because I asked that for a reason, because you were like, "Why would you ask that?"
I was like, "Why would you ask that?" Because he knew that it was a terrible week. I mean, so I don't know. I think he was just like, oh, I like he was trying to come in really caring and wanting to know how she was doing, and he just didn't know what to do.
Would she, like Emily, suffer like a bachelor burnout? Because you're grilling these guys here. You got Sean, how's your week? You've got Ryan going down the stairway and quoting Romeo and Juliet just to put a smile on her face. Does it get a little much, like right around now, like in the midway point of the season? Do you think, like sometimes they're just, God, I need a break.
I don't think she's there yet.
No.
I don't think I'd ever get sick of that.
No.
I'm just saying.
And it's
I
only
would
for
not get sick of it.
It's only for a short time too. Live it.
Yeah.
What, 6 weeks?
8 weeks.
Oh, no, they film longer than that.
I think I think she's gonna probably reach that point in a week or two. I mean, as we saw in the previews.
But then it's less of them.
Right. Yeah. So she doesn't have to deal with as much.
Speaking of because we're down now to, what is it, 8? We're down to
now it's 8. I mean, was anybody surprised that Alejandro went home?
Who's that?
Exactly.
Kidding. He's the mushroom farmer. And I feel bad. He never got a one-on-one date. Why didn't
I mean, there's still other guys on the show that haven't gotten one-on-one dates. It's not just
I know.
him.
Last episode, he was like, "I'm one of the only guys who haven't." I'm like, "No, actually, there's 7 other people that haven't had one-on-one dates too."
I think he had very high expectations.
Well, you know what? Okay, let's say there was no chemistry there. It didn't work out. He didn't seem too busted up over it, but he got to travel the world.
Yeah.
You know, like on ABC's dime, and had this wonderful experience, and I'm sure.
But of course he's going to play the "I just want to find love" card, and in the limo.
I wonder what they're eating when they're like just in their hotel. I wonder if it's like pizza night every night, or gourmet meals, or box lunches.
Krisily might have some insight on that.
Box lunches? No. It's funny. Bachelor was so different than Bachelor Pad, but we cooked for ourselves.
Ooh.
They brought us in food, and we cooked for ourselves. And as we started to travel, the hotel that we were in would give room service, but we cooked for ourselves in the house.
Interesting.
I mean,
What
they
about
did
Bachelor
different
Pad?
nights. They did different nights. Like, they'd bring sushi in for us, and on rose ceremony nights, they'd bring in food, so we didn't have to cook. But for the most part, we cooked for ourselves.
What about Bachelor Pad?
Bachelor Pad was the same. Actually, no. Bachelor Pad, Nikki cooked for us.
Ooh, the decadent diva.
Decadent
huh?
diva.
Yeah.
Gotta give my girl. She cooked for us, and she is an amazing cook. So, yeah.
That at least takes up some free time.
Yeah.
I mean,
So if y'all wanna-
I get to be a real good cook.
There's a lot of downtime.
Yeah.
I like it when they show the clips of all their downtime. Like Emily was getting her hair highlighted last season, from Ben's season. You know, they do the funny things with their hair and little fashion shows and stuff. It's fun.
Some of that was the most fun parts of it, too.
Yeah.
It's just our downtime and getting to make some friends.
That's what I'm saying. It's the overall experience. So Alejandro, he made out like a bandit. Good for him.
Yeah, and he's never going to have a problem getting girls. Like, he's going to go to those bachelor. I always think, like, those people that go to the bachelor reunions, they can, like, hook up with whoever they want, and then they were on The Bachelor, so that's a great pickup line anywhere they go.
Any bar he goes to, some girl's going to recognize him, and there he goes.
Like Brazilians.
And he could end up like Casey in the news. Speaking of which, you want to talk about some news and gossip?
Yes.
AfterBuzz TV News.
We have a lot of news this week. The first being Emily was on the cover of Us Weekly. The
She's been,
first
like,
of
all
many
over the
gossip
place.
rags to come, I'm sure. Yeah. And in Us Weekly, the headline was Emily is hiding something. So what is she hiding? It talks about plastic surgery, which we all kind of knew about already. And another thing that was mentioned is Emily really likes well-off guys.
I heard that, actually.
Yeah, so she...
Oh, really?
It's predicting that she's going to choose one of the guys that's better off.
Sean works for Affleck, sorry.
Yeah. And then...
Or something like that.
it had a little article about Holly and Blake's wedding.
Yeah, that has
which
been
happened
everywhere.
last weekend.
It was all over Twitter.
Yes, and then it also said that Michelle Money's brother knows Jeff, and the magazine claimed that he called Emily before the show started filming and said, hey, my boy Jeff's going to be on the show. He's a really good guy. You should pick him. So I don't know if that actually happened.
Interesting.
It was funny. Michelle Money tweeted this week, obviously Us Weekly has a slow news week this week talking about my brother. So I don't know how much clout that has.
They are from Salt Lake City, so
are.
there is a connection there, but him calling Emily probably didn't happen. But
Maybe it was a referral for the show, but
yeah, exactly. And then another gossip rag that's talking about The Bachelor and Bachelorette is Life and Style, who is reporting that the next Bachelor is going to be Roberto.
sign me up. I'm ready to go.
Had they officially announced it?
They have not announced
thought
it
was
yet.
official.
Us Weekly actually says that that's not the case. So
I have a hard time believing that he would actually do it again, just because he was so like kind of shy and introverted a little bit on Allie's season, and it didn't work out. So I don't know. I would love for him to be the Bachelor because I would be on it, but
But don't they usually do the runner-up from like the Bachelorette, or do they
Yeah,
not
and
always do that?
I feel like Emily is gonna have a couple good potential bachelors from her season. I mean,
Don't do it, Sean.
I think Jeff would be the only one that could maybe carry it. I don't know.
I think Sean, Ari, Jeff,
maybe
I'd
Ari.
like to see them pick someone that
Someone
we
new.
don't know.
but
Yeah.
Jesse
me too.
Sinzak said that.
I'd like to see
Yeah,
that.
someone new.
I feel like it gives it so much more meaning when you see him through the season.
the producers have said that their biggest mistake was not choosing someone for the first couple seasons, not choosing a cast off.
Oh.
Anyways, and then,
I want to touch about real quickly on Roberto. Do you think that's a move possibly for ethnic diversity as well?
that was also mentioned that with the lawsuit that they have. I mean, that wasn't mentioned in the magazine, but just on the Twitter sphere.
Well, we had the obviously placed Alejandro and Alessandro on this one, and there was one guy who got sent home the first night.
LeBron?
Something like that.
Lerone, not LeBron.
They're still in the finals, yeah. LeBron James, sure.
L-E-B.
I just want to touch on the Emily. She definitely not a gold digger. I hate when people say that. She has a very good life and lives in a beautiful home and is very successful. And does she want somebody that probably matches her? Yeah, but she's totally not a gold digger.
Okay, could it be because it was Tony and there was a second cast off that said it didn't work out for financial reasons.
I think that was Joe.
That's
it was on their exit interview.
Yeah.
such BS. I mean that's just a guy being a guy.
Sour grapes.
I don't agree with that at all.
I mean, she
she's
obviously
definitely
wants
not a
somebody
gold
that can
digger.
take care of her and her kid, and maybe continue to give her the lifestyle that she's accustomed to.
She wants someone that's gonna bring something to the plate. I mean, I don't think that's.
But do you think she's gotten so used to this wardrobe thing that
she dresses like that every day?
Yeah.
She has Louboutins. She lives in a beautiful home. She's wearing chaser tees that are $70. I mean, she lives a great life, and she has all those things without a man. So she doesn't need a man to
Ricky's
bring
family is
How does she have so
supposedly
much
helping
money?
support her, and Ricky was worth like $15 million or something with the racing industry. So.
Oh, okay. I'm like, well, she's like just 26. I'm like, where'd she get all this money?
Yeah.
Any more news for us?
The last news is that Bachelor Pad 3 is beginning filming. So hopefully ABC will announce who's on that officially pretty soon.
That starts airing July 23rd, right?
What?
It starts airing July 23rd.
Yes.
So we'll keep a
Coming
lookout
up.
for that.
I'm excited.
They're probably all sitting in their hotel room sequestered right now. They still don't know if they're going to make it on the show.
And what's the lead time that they have before they find out they're actually on the show?
We went into the hotel room for about 3 days. And I mean, I didn't even know that they bring more of us there than will actually be in the house. It's those last minute interviews to see who's going to be the cutthroat person. Yeah. But yeah, they're probably all in their hotels now because we moved in 2 years ago this week.
And this season's going to be different because there's actually civilians or fans
Just one or
on the
two,
show.
though.
So kind of weird.
We don't know.
But if it's just one or two, don't you think that's like they're done? I mean, that's like a huge unfair advantage. I would
Not
think.
really,
No?
because if there's a guy that thinks the girl's hot or a girl that thinks the guy's hot, I mean, it's they
So there's not like Bachelor
it's
loyalty?
Bachelorland. I mean, they want to hook up, and it's fresh meat. It's just like every new season that comes in.
I'm so excited.
It's fresh meat. It's
And I heard that Michael might be on it as well.
There are some rumors. There's Mike Stagliano might be on it.
Why?
Ed from Jillian season might be on it.
Ed, really?
Yeah, bringing
Didn't she
back the
choose
old
him?
school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But why would how could Mike be? He won last year.
So.
You know, that's
I mean, if he
They
was,
had-
it would be stupid. They'd send
Wasn't
him home
Natalie
the first
on
night.
2 seasons?
No.
Oh,
No.
never mind.
I
Why
can't
did I think
imagine that
that?
they'd put a winner on again because he'd be sent home the first night. Why
But
would
maybe
you keep around the
maybe
winner?
they want him to find love again since Holly and Blake kind of rode off into the sunset.
I think you're crazy. I'm just gonna say.
I can't wait for the after show.
We'll try to get Michael in here for you.
Okay.
And then you won't have
That'd
to
be
watch my Bachelor Pad.
Cool.
All right, and
Cool.
so that's all for news and
Yes,
notes. All
that
right,
is all
guys.
I have.
And now it's time for predictions.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV.
Careful there, my dear.
Sorry. All right. What's going on next week? We're going to Croatia.
Interesting location.
It was beautiful. I
Gorgeous.
Thought, yeah.
I mean, just totally, out of the blue. I mean, it's a beautiful place. It's like old world Italy.
They're running out of
medieval.
places.
Yeah. But I think it'll be cool. Somewhere totally random that nobody else would probably choose to go. I mean, go. Like, none of these guys are ever going to go there.
Did you notice that Ryan was like in turquoise shoes going down the stairs?
No, but
didn't
that
see
would be
those.
That was
really
weird.
disappointing.
Yeah, he was walking down this big staircase, like outside with Emily. And
Maybe he bought some Italian shoes. They like color in Italy.
Okay.
In
Well,
Croatia.
he is the master of the scarf, so
Yeah.
I don't know what I see next week. Maybe it's that middle of the road where I just
I think she ends up. I saw Ryan and
You said John.
Travis go on, like, seemed like they were on dates
Yeah.
with her. And then what did I say about John? Oh yeah, she kissed John. So we'll see some kissing. She also really kisses Ari a lot.
and someone calls her a trophy again. I wonder who that could be. I'm gonna go with Ryan.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Right, so I'm gonna say Jeff. Fine. Just
Why you gotta hate on my boy?
I'm not hating on you, but I've been on Team Jeff since day one.
Team Jeff.
Okay.
Team Jeff.
All right, so
What
Jeff.
is this?
This is from his Instagram.
Jeff likes to Instagram photos with the peace sign, and Ari and the one that you didn't like with the ponytail have joined in, and they go back and forth, and it's really kind of adorable.
All right, so anyone else, any thoughts for next week? Any predictions?
I think Wolf's gonna go home.
You think Wolf?
Mm-hmm.
Wolf?
I'm gonna say Wolf too. I was really upset. Usually in the previews for the second half of the season, you get to see a proposal or something, and we didn't get to see that. And I was so
They
shocked.
haven't given anything.
I know they're not giving anything away.
It just went to like the boats and the water, and they're doing the romantic dates and stuff. And
Where's some guy getting down on one knee telling her that he wants to spend?
That's the
rest
first
of
time
his
I've ever
life?
seen that. You're
I
right.
know.
You know why I think it is? I think because her final three are so different looking that it would give it away. And I think that's what it is. I think they. I
But
mean,
even her standing on the top of a mountain being like, I'm
Right.
ready to get engaged today, I would love to see that because they did not do anything that leads us to believe that she's with someone right now.
Uh-oh.
maybe it's just
Some drama.
not. I mean, I feel like we're not at a point with any of the guys that where I think that there is a marriage material yet. Like I think they're still dating. Like I think maybe in past seasons it's gotten a little bit more hot and heavy to this point, but it's not quite there yet because of who Emily is, obviously. So maybe it's just not really at the right time. I mean, if they came out with a proposal already, I would be a little bit weirded out, I think.
All right, so
it's not there yet.
We're still in the midst of it, everyone. So, Canden, where can they find you?
You guys can tweet me at Canden Bliss and at CandenBliss.net.
And I'm at Jenna Time Tweets.
You can find me at Cathy Kelley.
at Krisily.
And you can find me at The Everyday Man, and you can find all of us at AfterBuzz TV. 5 more weeks to go! Oh my God! What are we gonna do? See you next time.
What are we gonna do when it's over?
From Bing.com, executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later!
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.